Seems I need to start the stream just to stop Electron Ash from telling long face jokes. Cheers. Oh, that's going to be too hot. I'm going to burn my mouth. Morning, everyone. Ooh, YouTube says bad status. Uh-oh. Wow. That's a good way to start the stream. How's everyone doing? So, let's do a quick roll call, although not many people. Lots of chatter, though. Azzy's here, although I don't know if Azzy's still here. Michael, James, welcome. Hello. That was it for a while. And then Yuri joined in, Electron Ash, good morning. Hey Colin. Crazy Roops, Jerry is here. 19 watching and only 7 likes. It's fine. Well, this is 16 watching. That's okay. Hey Chris. G'day, Chris. With my worst Australian accent. G'day, mate. Sorry. I'm exhausted. I'm knackered. I almost didn't stream today. I was going to cancel it yesterday. Ooh, Julian liked it. Good morning, Julian. Hey, Dean. So, TinyPICO and a ram walk into a bar. And then the Punisher walks in and kills everyone. Sorry, I've been watching the Punisher. Hey, Chris. Hey, Christian. Morning, Rob. Tabletonics. Hello, Paul the Curtains. We on 983 now, are we? I'll tell you what's frustrating. I'll show you what's frustrating. Look at that. 28,994. I've been waiting for like 4 days to get it over the 29,000 mark. It's taken a really long time to move through these 28,000 range. It's so close. $6. Sounds like an overflow joke. Hey, Capo Steve. Hello, Andy Mouse. Morning, Mike. Rolves. Did I miss anyone? Hello, Andy. Hello, Charles. Hey, Hex. Cool. Lots of peeps. Lots of peeps. Oh, and Chris is back. Hello, Azzy. The 28 that... I think we cracked the 28 already. We need to crack the 29. Let me push that overflow for you. I'm printing in the background. So, we'll wait a few minutes before I actually start. So, I mean, I've started. Meaning, yeah, before I start showing stuff. Scored a free TV off Facebook Marketplace to fix today. It's a simple fix in the end. Oh, really? Right, okay. I had to read that in my head again. So you didn't get a free TV from Facebook, you got a free non-working TV from the marketplace on Facebook and fixed it. Awesome, cool. What type of TV was it? Hello, Andy. Good morning. What's any minute now? What have I missed? The power switch was off. Was it off as in they didn't turn it on? Or the power switch was faulty? Ooh, nice. Can't have enough TVs. Well, you can. We got too many TVs in the house, or in general. 29k any minute now. No, it doesn't work unless someone's going to do something silly. I don't want anyone here to grab anything extra to do that. Yep, they didn't turn it on. You didn't tell them that though, did you, Rob? They might want it back again. That is crazy. Loving my pick and place. Oh, I'm glad you're loving my pick and place. I've got I've got news there as well. Hello, Valley. I don't know how to say that. No, you didn't almost miss it because it just started. It hasn't even really started till 6:30, so you haven't missed it. Hi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Valley Jet. I'm going to call you Val. I don't know. What? Hex, you did not Hex, did you? Oh, dude, why? I mean, thank you. Yes, we've crossed the 29. The 29 and 20. So that makes it, was it 9:69 now? I don't know. How's the camera on the pick and place now? What's the news? Don't tease me. I have news, but some of it you're going to have to wait till my next video. I have another video coming out. I was going to try to get the video out for yesterday, but then you would have only had less than 24 hours to watch it before the stream replaced that spot on my channel. So it'll come out at the end of this week. But I have news. Yeah. No. I don't know what I'll tell you yet. I haven't decided. What is all the sad faces for? Why are you being sad face? Don't be sad face. Hello, Graham. Ah, Paul is here. Hello, Paul. The Count. Because I'm making you wait. I'm sorry. I apologies. Now listen, I'm just straight up. If I yawn a lot today in the stream, I apologise. I am so exhausted. I think the Maker cast on Monday just wrecked me. I was already extremely tired, but getting up 2 early mornings in 3 days. Well, I get up early every morning now. Like, I'm in here probably at 6 most mornings now, working. Hey, Barnabas. What's accepted? What are we accepting? Because you make... Oh, right, apologies. Thank you. I was kind of looking forward to diagnosing and fixing it, though. Oh, the TV... Yeah. But sometimes a nice win. We'll get another one now. Let's see if you can get another TV you can fix. David was a great host, actually, on the MakerCast. Did everyone catch the MakerCast? David was a really great host. He was worried that he was doing things unorthodox compared to the way we normally do things, but there is no rules with MakerCast. Oh, hello, 83. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Yeah, we're trying to expand the people coming into MakerCast. It's quite hard. Like, you know, the people say, yeah, I'm interested in being on it, but then actually getting people to commit every month, like finding people to commit is quite hard, actually. It's weird time zones for everyone. Yeah, I'd really like to expand out who gets it, like get new faces on there, get other makers on there people don't know about, that, you know, get channels that people haven't necessarily seen, or even if you have seen the channel, but at least get, yeah, I think it'd be great. Dave Watts is a great host, need to catch up the first 20 minutes at some point. What happened in the first 20 minutes? I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely an enjoyable MakerCast. So, okay, 9:29. So, before we start on the RAM, and we might not even get to the RAM today, because I've got a pile of stuff to do, I'm going to try to multitask. This is going to go really bad on the stream today. Partway through Liz's demo. Okay, you should go back and... the quiz was funny. That was... none of us knew that there was going to be a quiz, so that was pretty cool. And the start was just, yeah, us talking. It was interesting that David was asking us direct questions about stuff we've been working on, rather than just letting us talk whatever we want to talk about. What do you mean, of course, you enjoyed the quiz? I didn't expect to win. I'm still dirty about the whole Moore's Law thing. I definitely said it before I heard Brian say it, but it's a latency thing. So, you know, and let's face it, I'm in Australia and everyone else is, or except for Liz, everyone else was in the UK, so, an Ireland, so latency and just ganging up on me, people ganging up. What can I tell you? No, it was pretty funny. It was good. Oh, hello, Brian. Speak of the devil. I'm never going to let this Moore's Law one go, ever. Never, ever. So, did everyone see that Brian... Did we show it? Well, Brian already spoke about it, but I'm gonna... 1 second. Oh, I'm running at quarter speed today. I'm just letting everyone know. I apologise if it's not up to my usual low standards. What was the prize? There wasn't a prize. Luckily, there wasn't a prize. So did everyone see this? That Brian released his TinyPICO Matrix Shield? I can't remember. Did we cover this? Yeah, the Tetris... Well, he made a Tetris clock with it, but obviously you can make anything you want with a display. Can you show off the Celeste video? Can I show off the Celeste video? Can you put the link in here again, and I'll post it so everyone can see. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm really scared this morning. So, Brian, he sold out of them already. Oh, look at that, Brian. What a nice picture. 215 orders. Holy moly. How many orders have I had? I think you're beating me. 156. Oh, must be all the million power blockers, though. Yeah, so what Brian's done, though, that... Can you post a pic? Oh, hello, Chris. Christos is in town. Morning, mate. How are you? So... Yeah, so Brian, he sold out of this, but he got his new ones have just come in. So they're the same board, but they're blue. Do you have a picture you can post, Brian? Post a link. Hey, DC Allen. Hey, Christian. If I've missed saying hi to anyone, I apologise. Anyway, it's kind of exciting. Oh, here we go. That's... Okay, that's... As long as I don't get... Any copyright strike. It's just going to be the game? Oh, that's a weird aspect ratio. Okay. I'm going to turn the sound off, though. On my own 2 feet. Christos is on his own 2 feet. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. We'll look at the Celeste thing in a second, but I want to grab just... Oops, stop moving, chat. A new window. So yeah, this is Brian's new board. So it's now in blue. Haven't tested it yet. Let's hope it works. Oh, you assembled one. So it's in blue, and Brian has got his... I don't know how to put it. I gave him permission to use the TinyPICO logo on there. Not that it's an endorsed or what's it called, official board or anything. I mean, anyone can make boards for TinyPICO, but yeah, he's got the officially approved logo. How cool is that? Really nice and blue. I think if I never got black working for the TinyPICOs, I might have gone blue. I think blue's quite nice. Hello, Mr. Ludgate. Ooh, Hex, why did you retract that message? You didn't want to show that one? Anyway, so when are these coming back in stock, Brian? Because, yeah, as I said, he sold out of his green boards. They're exactly the same, I believe. They're just blue with a new silk screen. Anyone know if they're black? PCBs from JLC PCB are always matte black or gloss? JLC PCB only do matte black now. I think PCBWay do black, gloss, and matte. I would absolutely be buying gloss black for my other projects, like my badge, my 2019 badge. They're in matte black. I think that's going to be that's one of the reasons. I mean, I haven't released them yet because I'm busy with TinyPICO, but I think it would be better in gloss black. It would be much easier to clean. Just the matte black's really hard to clean. Later tonight, yes. So if anyone wants I'm shilling Brian, but if anyone wants a TinyPICO Matrix breakout board for their TinyPICO, you should definitely grab one when they get back on the store. I'll post a link to it. I'm not pimping any of the rest of his stuff, but I'll pimp that one. 2019's half over. I know. But it's ready to go. It's in a box. Like, everything's there. I need to make an assembly video to show people how to assemble it, because there's 2 sides, and take some photos and put it on Tindy. That's pretty much it. Like, I've got everything ready to go. It's the same with my new displays, my 7-segment displays. Like, I've got all the parts here. I've written the library for it. I just need to take photos and write it up and put it on Tindy. I've even started writing both of them up. Anyway, so is that a better video, Hex? I'll try that one. In a new window. Here we go again. But we need to make sure there's no sound. Okay, good. There's no sound. So this, it's vertical video. I'm going to just get rid of that. There we go. So this is Celeste that Hex has been working on. And it's on an ESP32, right? I believe it is. But I'm having the sound off, but I'll click play so we can see it. Let me know what new board it is. Yeah, okay, I will in a second. Hello, the embedded hobbyist. So this is a game. So Hex is writing an engine and a game, obviously. So the game is to either test his engine or whatever. But this is all on ESP32. How cool is it? It's nice and fast. What size TFT is that? Like, it's obviously 320 by 240, but is it a what? Brian's going to bed? No. Oh, daughter's bedtime? Hey, James. See, Brian, thanks for coming in. Thanks for popping in. Hello, Stephen. Mott. Sorry if I missed anyone coming through. Yeah, the ESP32 is amazingly awesome. Okay, so yeah, just a 2.4. That looks really cool. Yes, child to bed. I didn't think you were going to bed yet. So how cool is that? That looks really great. Nice stuff, Hex. So are you, I mean, I know you emailed me. I'm sorry, I haven't even emailed you back. I'm slammed for time, I really am. So are you releasing the engine open source, or are you selling it, or, okay, look, we're looking at the back of the board now, yay, so it's just got it's got a TTGO board plugged into the back. Is that soldered directly on? Wait, let's go back to that. Is that soldered directly on? Soldered on, wow. Okay, that's cool. And there are the buttons. Oh, interesting. Those buttons look cool as well. They look nice and soft. Squishy buttons. There's no audio, sorry. I'm not going to risk getting a copyright strike. But, yeah, squishy buttons. Yeah, they look really cool. So, how are you going to release this? Like, is the game just for you? Are you going to release the game? Is it going to be, the engine's going to be open source? How's it all going to work? You might have already told me this in your email, so I apologise. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if I can undo that. No, I can't. So did everyone see the link? I'm just going to, I'm going to repaste the link to that video so everyone can click on it. Should go sub to Hex's channel and find out more stuff he's working on. It's pretty cool. Scene assembly to figure to show up the cycle hog. The cycle hog that is MicroPython. Oh, James, don't be rude. MicroPython's not about performance. Oh, that's right, you ported it. Okay, cool. I forgot it was from the Pico 8. Right, okay. Excellent, though. Excellent. There's some really nice Pico 8 stuff out there. MicroPython's it's not about performance. It's about being easier to code stuff, like, you know, to develop fast and make it more fun. But to be fair, like, you need to check out the latest stuff that Damien's done. So you can now write C and assembler actually inline in your MicroPython, and it will compile down and it'll keep it intact. Like, if you're writing MicroPython, you need something really fast, you can literally write C and C++ inline. So speed of iteration, just niceness, just like some stuff. This stuff in MicroPython just makes C look like the most archaic stuff, like, you know, working with strings and parsing JSON, parsing data, you know, creating, you know, like dictionaries and lists and stuff. Just the data types and stuff that you can work on is just so much nicer inside MicroPython. And just playing with the hardware. Like, it's not as low level, maybe. But, you know, again, if you need to go fast in MicroPython, just write it in C. But it's not an interpreter like BASIC. So it's interpreted, but at bytecode. So BASIC is a runtime interpreter, where the BASIC literally line by line gets interpreted as it's being run. With MicroPython, it's compiled down to bytecode. It's like C#, right? And then the bytecode is interpreted, which is dramatically faster than doing a language level interpretation. So it's pretty good. It's pretty fast. And you've got to remember that most people don't even utilize 10% of the microcontroller when they're running their code. Or their code utilizes all the microcontroller, but it's just badly written code. Or it's, you know, it's possible to write super fast stuff in MicroPython, just in MicroPython. But anyway, let's not talk about MicroPython anymore. So let's start. I know it's a scripting language and different goals, get things up and running, but my job is obviously going an extra mile. Absolutely, in game dev, you need to go. Sure. Well, I'm not suggesting people write games in MicroPython. Anyway, rule menus assembly, do they? Okay. All my code is badly written code. Well, there you go, just like me. Okay, I'm going to let's talk about some stuff. So I was going to sit and make some RAM, add RAM this morning, because this is 150 TinyPICOs that need RAM. So these boards, they're built and they're tested, and they're all good, but they have no RAM on them. So I need to put RAM on. So I thought I'd sit here and just, during the stream, put RAM on. Right, but there's 150 of them to do. I'm not going to be able to do 150 on the stream. And then the other problem is, there's another 150 of them I need to do. So here's 300 TinyPICOs I need to put RAM on, which I'm really not looking forward to, because I can only do like 8 or 9 boards at a time. So and I'm not prepared to. Oh, is that my two? Your two are no, your two aren't here, Paul. I don't know. Yeah, I'm only using one oven. I'm still not comfortable using the T962A. I've had some mixed results from it. So yeah, it's a slow process putting RAM on. But before I look at doing that, my plans need the RAM to get soldering. Sure, I mean, every board's going to come with RAM. I just have to do them. So, yeah. I'll show you a nice picture though. While we're looking at that, I'll show you a nice picture. I took this picture yesterday. It's going to come out in my next update on Crowd Supply. Assuming I ever get the update done. I've been a little bit slack with the updates. It's supposed to be one a week. It's not quite every week. Can you get a second identical oven? Well, interestingly, the Kmart stopped selling my oven 2 weeks ago. I don't need an identical oven. I can, but I'm out of room, really. Like, I've got all the parts here that I could run a second oven, but it's probably not worth it. I just need to spend some time getting the 962A up, I think. So let me just show you a picture I took. Oh, my head. Bum, bum, bum. Da, da, da. So this is going to be on the next update, but I thought I'd show you all here first. Look at that. That is a stack of 10 panels. How cool does that look? Which oven am I using? It's just a toaster oven from Kmart in Australia. It's like a It was a $39 oven, and it's awesome. Like, it's obviously battle tested. Hello, Rando Hin. Why are we writing code? Is the PNP still running? Yeah, the PNP is running. It's working. How cool does that stack look? So normally what I do on the pick and place machine is I run like, 2 or 3 panels, and I pull them apart and test them and do it, fix them, whatever I need to do, and put them in a pile. But over the last couple of days, I built up a stack that I thought I'd just run through doing a larger stack at a time, which really hurt my back, so I'm not going to do that again. But as I kept building, I kept piling them up, so I took a video of that. Can you tell us about the pick and place improvements from adding the brackets? You have to wait for I got a video coming out. All I can say is I have fixed all of my problems with the pick and place machine. Can you use the SAMD21 mangler with the SAMD51? No, you can't. Hello, Andy. No, the SAMD21 mangler is specifically for the SAMD21. It's different pin out, different number of pins, different size, chip. I have not made anything for the SAMD51. Sorry about that. And hello to anyone that I haven't said hello to. Having problems with UTOA with 16 on AVR 328. Yeah, I don't work on AVR 328. Sorry. Maybe someone else here can help you with the 8 mega stuff. How soon will I be writing my own software? I won't be writing my own software for the pick and place. At some point I'll be able to use OpenPNP, which will be really cool, but still not yet. But the software is working pretty well now. And yeah, so I've pretty much solved all of my problems. I have, yes, I've got the T962A, which is just right there. It's just not, and it's been fully modified. I've got some videos on my channel about modifying it. It's just not overly reliable, I don't think. Hello, Burger. Burger. Not sure which one, I apologise. Anyway, so I've got a lot of RAM to put on, but before I do the RAM, I also have something else I need to do and get out of the way, because I've just got a pile of tasks. So I thought I might do this while we're chatting. This might be the quicker, easier one to do. So I've got a bunch of play shields that are ready to have the screens on. So they've been built, they've been tested, they've been cleaned. I've still also got this many I need to build, finish. Maybe even a few more now, I don't know. But one thing I need to do before is, because I've been burnt a couple of times, is that stack of 300 boards you're about to add RAM to? It is, but I don't know if I'm going to do the RAM on the stream yet, or I may. So I've got TinyPICOs in 3 different states. I've got TinyPICOs finished, in bags. I've got TinyPICOs with RAM on that are tested and ready to be cleaned, and then I've got TinyPICOs that need RAM, and then I've got obviously TinyPICOs I need to build. I've got nothing built that isn't tested for RAM yet. Am I doing this full time? Yeah, I do this full time. This is my job now, it seems. I'm not Chuck. Hello, I'm not Chuck. So I've been like a full-time maker for a year and a half now, trying to make a living out of it, which is not working very well. At some point I'm probably still going to have to go get a job. It's just been that decision's been pushed off because of the TinyPICO. Hello, Helmet. Unfortunately, I mean, the TinyPICO campaign's done great, exceeded all my expectations, but it's not solved any of my ongoing financial requirements. I'm going to have to get a job still, but I'm doing this full time. There's no way I could do the campaign, fulfill the campaign if I wasn't doing it full time. So what I need to do is I might have a few screens I need to test. Let me just, how much can I zoom out? Oh, I can't even open this box. So yeah, like maybe see all these? I need to test every single one of them. Let me guess, the RAM said I have no memory of that TinyPICO, right? That's pretty cool. Hello, Mr. Brimstone. I was told that casting is just putting a gag on the compiler. Oh, we're talking about the Rando Hymns issue. They're not TinyPICOs. These are all OLEDs. These are OLEDs for play shields. And I need to test every single one of them because I had a couple of faulty ones in my first batch and I only found out after I stuck them on the boards. I loaded my Python on a Spark Flames thing today and started learning the software. Yay! Awesome. See you, Jerry. Take care. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them all up and test them all. Oh, there's more in here. Awesome. So I'm going to open them up, put them in here, just while we're chatting, because, you know, and then I will start testing them. And testing them is pretty easy. I'll show you how to test them. Well, I'll show you how I test them. Wow, this is going to make a mess everywhere. So, like, this is what my life is right now. There's a lot... My life consists of lots of manual, repetitive tasks. No, there's no time to waste. I'm on a deadline. So, I think my plans of shipping early are slowly fading away. I'm definitely not going to ship late. And I might still be shipping earlier than my cutoff that I've got. But I was hoping to have already shipped a whole bunch of stuff out. But I haven't yet. So, yeah. You missed one hell of a post bag. What, for all of these? Yeah. I've got piles of mail I've not even opened back there. None of it's TinyPICO related. Piles. Boxes of mail. And I've also got... yeah, like I didn't bother doing mail videos for my TinyPICO stuff. But 30 projects and some have been going for more than 5 years. Wow. Only 9 days until my TinyPICO arrives. What? No. You know that there's a shipping date on the store, right? Oh. So... orders placed will ship 25th. I don't know why they say... I believe they should get to you on the 25th of July, not ship the 25th of July, but I don't know. Snail bag. Anyway. So, I mean, this is a task I can get my kids to do, but they're not really interested. He's teasing me. I know he is. Makes me feel a little bit guilty. Hello, Jason. Sorry, I'm just looking back to see if I missed anyone's comments. I think there are 120 OLEDs here. Wow. So why don't you all tell me a story? Instead of, oh, so we were talking about what projects I was talking about. So I've got many projects. So I've got my plan was every year I would release a badge kit. Wow, that's a crazy amount of unboxing to do. What, just these screens? Well, yeah, I've already done a stack of them. I have a lot of yeah, whatever. So yeah, I've got my 2019 badge, which I did that on a stream, a couple of streams a while back. Maybe later in the stream I'll pull one out, plug it in and show you it. And then I've got my new 7-segment displays. Both of those are going to be going on Tindy. And then I want to make a new Wi-Fi clock, or a clock in general. It might be Wi-Fi, but with a battery backup, using my new displays. I recorded my first video today that shows my face. If you never see it, you'll know it came out badly. Oh, really? You gotta post it anyway. What, your face came out badly? Okay, you need to speak to your parents about that. I can't help you about your face. No wonder the LEDs are getting harder to find. Why? Because I have them all. I have a lot of them. Sure, but not that many. Sure, you know how much it'll cost me to post them over to the UK? Crazy. Hello, Jamie. Count myself lucky to what? Oh, my printer just finished. Yay. Yeah, all the OLEDs in the world are in Melbourne. It seems that way. I think I might need a bigger box though. You don't have my Shrek face. Do you have a Shrek face, Electronash? I've not seen your face, I don't think. You haven't put your face on video. Oh, it's gone quiet in here all of a sudden without the printer going. Oh. I've been doing a lot of hand soldering. I got all the Grove connectors done. So I built, well actually that's not true because I think I need to build another 2 panels. But yeah, so all my Groves are done. I'm glad I've cut off the, did I mention, right, in my last update I mentioned that I've cut the number of, like I'm not increasing the play pack or the shield pack anymore. So there's only 12 left and 21 left. When they're gone, I'm not increasing number anymore. On Tindy, there are only 2 Samdi Mangler. Will you add more or will you discontinue them? No, I just add them a few at a time. I've only sold, I don't know how many I've sold. I haven't sold a huge amount, like I've sold like 25 of them. So I don't make many, I make them as I need. So like every time a couple of orders come in, I make 4 or 5 and I put them, I sell those and I put whatever's left on Tindy. So I'm definitely not discontinuing them. I've still got PCBs and parts for them here. I just, don't release many at a time. Does that make sense, Andy? Andy? What was I saying? Anyway, so I've also got so I bought some parts off Adafruit for a project that I've been wanting to make for ages. And they're all the parts are sitting here, and it's quite a big project. Like there are a lot of bits to it. There's laser cutting and 3D printing and stuff and whatever. And I can't wait to get back onto that project. It might even be a multi-part video because it's quite a. Well, it depends if if I do one of those time lapse to music for the build. Wow, yes, I'm going to need a bigger box. Much bigger box. Maybe not that big. Is that maybe this one? Let me just here we go. Maybe halfway. ESP-D4 directly from Expressive. Hello, Marius. What do I buy? Yes. So all my Pico D4s were for the campaign were bought from Expressive. I had to buy a reel of them. Before that, I was buying them from LCSC, like in lots of 100 or 150. But yeah, once the campaign took off bigger than I expected, I needed to buy in quantity. So it was I committed to buying 2,000 of them. So the minimum reel size is 2,000. Yeah, as James just asked, 2,000 on a reel, and that's the minimum you can buy from Expressive. Anything under that, you must buy from one of the resellers. So I have a few Pico D4s. Yes, there was. It's obviously cheaper to buy them directly from Expressive, but you got to commit to buying 2,000 of them. So, which is why my the goal or my campaign, like, you know, how many TinyPICOs I needed to sell to break even went up dramatically because of the amount of money I spent on parts. So, and it wasn't just 2,000 Pico D4s, right? It was, you know, reels of everything. And some of the parts, you know, come on reels of... Oh, that's stuck to the bag. You know, it comes on you know, all the small passives come on reels of 10,000, but most of those are fairly cheap. But some of the passives that I've got come on reels of 10,000, and not passive, some of the parts, and they weren't cheap. You know, like my LDOs aren't cheap, and I think they come on reels of 4,000. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. Hello Vedran, how much per chip is P32 from Expressive in 2,000 quantities? I'm not allowed to say, sorry. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a... Yep. It's, yeah. I don't even know if I'm allowed to mention that I bought directly from them, actually. So that's also another thing. So maybe I didn't mention that. Hello Danny K in the UK. I mean, obviously it was the cheapest way to buy them for that quantity, but it's still not the cheapest price break. Obviously, if I was buying 10,000 of them, it'd be cheaper. Yo, Julian is back in the house. You missed all the soldering already, Julian. Not really. You missed me opening up all of these OLEDs. Look at that. Not finished yet. Yo, the wicked cup of cocoa. Ooh, drink. Ooh, Jules. Do you like being called Jules, Julian? Are they OLED screens? What resolution are they? Yes, these are all OLEDs. These are all 128 by 64 OLEDs for my play shields. They go on the front of here. Like that. So my printer's been printing standoffs for those. That's my play shield. And boys, there are a lot of hand soldering to do in those. No, you don't. I didn't think you'd like it. That's why I asked. So yeah, the pick and place is working great. Like I've sorted out. Well, it's still a little randomly does some weird stuff every time I turn it on. It's like something changes most times, you know. But it's good. I've sorted out all of the, or pretty much all of the problems with it. But yes, again, there's a video coming out on later in the week, maybe Friday. I don't know. It depends how long Lawnmower is calling. What? Yeah, I got a video coming out at the end of the week which showcases what I've done, what I did, and what the results were. And it's pretty insane. I wish I would have got there earlier. I'm pretty sure the answer is Julian does not like being called a lawnmower this time of night, this time of morning. I'm sure the neighbours would be very upset with me if I started a lawnmower at, well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning now. Wow, it's pretty dark still for 7 in the morning. All the screens still have their band-aids on. You're talking about the screen protectors? Is that what you call those? Band-aids? Yeah, absolutely. I'm very careful to ship with the protectors on. Although they're packaged really well. So I don't think there's any chance of them getting damaged, but still. Almost done, folks. Then I've got to test them all. So I've got to move them from one box to the next box. MicroPython D4, is it the same as the normal? It's the SPI RAM version of MicroPython that I install on there, but it's not the... It's built by me, but it's no modifications by me, but it's normally ahead of whatever the mainline one is. It's at least mainline or slightly ahead, but Damien just released 1.11 of MicroPython. The version of installing on here is a hybrid between 1.10 and 1.11. 1.11 hasn't had enough testing yet, and so the version I've got on that I'm shipping on TinyPICO is 1.10 with all of the fixes from Espressif for the RAM and other stuff that I needed in there. So, hello Chuz666, would I recommend it at 1204 XE? Yeah, they're actually really good scopes. I'm pretty, I still don't know how to use 90% of it, but yeah, they're pretty good. I actually bought mine directly from Sigland, overseas. I didn't buy it from a local people. I bought it from Sigland. So, what am I closing that for? I need to test them now. Call me whatever you want. Oh, then what was the no for? On LCSC, 1,000 TinyPICOs is 3. They're probably buying larger quantities than that for larger discount. Right, well, they have to buy it in lots of 2,000 as well, right? Anyone that buys directly from Espressif has to buy in lots of 2,000. So, yeah, there's not a lot of margin on there on that price there for 1,000 of them. There is very little margin on those. So this is how my testing works. It's really scientific. Oh, that would be the wrong USB cable. That's plugged into my test jig. That won't work. You want to hear that? That's the boot sound. So, I need another box now. I need to go from box to box. Okay, well I guess this is a nice big box. What did the TinyPICO and the RAM do? Well, I need to put RAM... Were you not... Did you miss the... Oh, did you miss this, Julian? The 150 TinyPICOs that need RAM. Did you miss that? Did you go away? And the problem with those 150 needing RAM is there's another 150 that need RAM. I got 300 TinyPICOs that need RAM, and I might do some on the stream today for sure. But I also need to test all these OLEDs. And testing these OLEDs I can do with one eye closed. Or one eye on the chat. So, I can go, maybe I'll go closer. It doesn't really matter. So I take it out of the thing. It's really scientific. I put it on. I lift it up so there's contacts, and I hit reset. And if it boots, it's a good screen. That is my testing. Oh my god, someone's going to be busy. Hello, Denny K. I already am extremely busy. I am doing crazy hours. This is going to take me a long time to test them all. Solder female headers to the test board. Well, I don't know. This is actually a live production board. This is going to be sold, or it has been sold. So I could use a different jig to do it, and just use some different code. But it's just as easy to do this. Oh, hello, David Watts. What joke? Did we miss a joke? I remember the time when the room was at the screen protector tab color would tell you what the IC address was. What? Really? I never heard that. I mean, it's going to be the same amount of work to whether I use headers or not. How is the speaker driven by an I/O pin or from the DAC? It's all yes, because the DAC is an I/O pin, so it's connected to GPIO 25, which is one of the two DACs. There's a 25 and 26. So on the PlayShield 25 controls the audio. Well, it's true. It's still an I/O. Come on. Wow, this is really going to take me a long time. Oh, see, there's a bad one. Bad screen, I think. Yep. Can everyone see that? Let me see if I can get in focus. So this is what happened. I had a few like this. You see the lines? Bad screen. That's why I have to test them. So I need a box for bad now. So many boxes. Okay, that one on the floor. That's actually why I bought today. Did I mention? Can I tell you? So time for me has blurred together. I don't know what day. Oh, don't ask me what happens after the campaign. Would it help if I moved to to do this testing? Thanks, Paul. Yes, I wish I could. I wish my life could go in 1.5 speed. What happens after the campaign? I don't know, mate. I really don't know. Can you send them back, or is it just wastage? Well, it depends how many there are. So I've bought 170 of them, all in 3 batches, but from the same supplier. So far I've had 2 faulty from the first batch, and this is the first faulty one I found. This is the second 2 batches together. So we'll see how many there are first. I have overs, so I've got enough that if there's some faulty ones, I'll still be okay. But it just depends on how many are faulty. Yeah. Whoops. Dropped it on his face. So did I... Okay, that's what I was saying. Time for me is completely blurred together. I don't know when I've mentioned things or not things. I'm just going to try to get that back in focus. So did I mention to everyone that I bought a desoldering station? Yes, these come with the pins already on. There was no way I'd be hand soldering more pins on to these. I'm doing enough hand soldering as it is. And you know, Julian, exactly how much I love hand soldering. Yeah, I bought a desoldering station. Did I mention that live? Oh, why did I pull the USB out? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Well, I'm glad so the reason I bought it was because I had 2 play shields that had bad screens on them. And to be honest with you, I don't have enough parts for my play shields to just lose 2 screens to lose 2 play shields right now. Well, I do now, but back then when I thought I was only doing 50 play shields, what a joke that was. So if you'll remember ages ago, I damaged a... Do I still have it? I think I've still got it somewhere. Yeah, this is ages. This is, remember when I was going to do the piezo buzzer. Anyway, remember I had trouble getting the play shield off, the screen off, and I had to get the screen off because I had a problem, and I couldn't do it. I ended up damaging the board, so I didn't want to damage the play shields. So I caved and got myself the desoldering station, and I'm glad I did. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll send you 2 LED cube to solder. No, thank you. It's the only reason I've never bought one of those things, is I do not want to solder it. I don't think there's anything enjoyable about hand soldering, to be honest with you. Mister, I just increased your workload. A play pack and a play... Hey, Jet Gyrotech, did you? Did you really? Wowza, thank you. 29,120 we are on. Thanks very much, Jet Gyrotech. I appreciate it. Agreed. What are we agreeing to? I've had two of the nozzles headers clog. Right, so I clogged mine straight away. Like I wrecked mine. After the second pin I desoldered because I didn't know how to use it properly. My own fault. I wasn't leaving, so you're supposed to do suction and then you're supposed to pull it away and keep the suction on. Like I was suctioning and then I'd let go of the trigger as I pulled it away. Excuse me, and I wasn't giving it enough time to get the solder through the tube into the plastic, whatever it's called. So yeah, I really clogged it up. So I'm sure I showed that last week, didn't I? Did I speak about that on the stream? And I showed a picture of the damage I did. That I had to drill it out. Was that last stream? Seriously, everything's blurred for me. Yeah, the Duratool, that's what I got. It's good. It's I managed to clean it and fix it, and then I know how to use it now. So hopefully I won't make that same rookie mistake again. Yeah, I did. Thank you. See, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm losing my mind. What's after the TinyPICO campaign? Well, I've got projects I want to build. And hello, Bobby Roaster. Make a Sam D. Mangler. Really? I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of need for a Sam D. Mangler. For 51. Is there? Because I don't really use the 51 for anything at the moment. I probably won't make one. Andy, sorry mate. Are we there yet? How many have I done? Oh my god. This is slow going. Leaning wire in the nozzle before powering it off, and it should be... Oh, really? I don't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't leave the cleaning wire in there. Can't you just stick SWD headers on the board that you're making, and then you don't need a mangler for it? Just get some little 1.27 inch, 1.27 inch? Yeah. No, 1.27 mil, not inch, mil headers, and do that. How many? One. Ha 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 ha. Luckily more than one, but yeah, I lifted the temp up higher than normal. I love the Weller micro tweezers. Just although I didn't have a nightmare yesterday trying to get this workbench working again. Yeah, I'm using Atmel Ice Mini. Yeah, I didn't stuff around with any of the cheaper options. I just went the Ice straight away. It was just the easiest way to do it. Hello, Ed. Welcome to Workload. What? Danny K just added more. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, Danny. Yes, you added to my workload. So how many are we on now? Who's keeping count? Blue Pill and ST Link. You sure you don't need the reset? The Sandys need the reset. Watching this, thinking of creative ways to automate this kind. If you can find a way to automate me opening these, the testing part's quick. It's the opening and then putting the foam back on. Because these are going to be sitting in a box for a while. I don't want the pins to scratch. So, did I ever have a blue wrench? I think it's been revoked. I think I revoked yours, yes. Actually, I did a clean out of those. I had stacks of people who were mods. Do you need a mod? Do you need to post something? I can put it back on. I can't remember why I didn't revoke it specifically. I just went through the list and there's a whole bunch of people. I couldn't remember why they were mods, and I think maybe it was because someone wanted to post something at some time. That was before anyone could post. Do you remember? Like ages ago, you couldn't. If you weren't a mod, you couldn't post a link. Now I believe anyone can post a link, but not everyone can necessarily see it. But I can repost it. 988. Wow, we might be close. We might get to 1,000. Don't let you be a moderator. Is that reverse psychology, Julian? Okay, then I won't. I will make you one. Hey, J Edge, what is this? This is 120 OLEDs that I need to test. That's what this is. I still have my STM32 Discovery. Is it a Discovery? Yeah, I think it's whichever one it is. That I still haven't got that up and running yet. That's the sort of power would go to your head. I don't think it would. As a moderator, what can you do? You can, I guess you can ban people. You can delete their messages, and you can post links. You know. 988, not many to the 1,000. No, it's not many to the 1,000, which is pretty cool. I used to think that getting to 1,000 would be really exciting. Now I just think about how many hours of work I've got ahead of me still. So many. I can't begin to tell you. Yeah, I still don't understand how you got verified. What does verified mean? Verified by who? The monkeys at YouTube. Verified or certified? Julian's been verified that he's certifiable. I wonder what a tick and spanner would look like. That sounds, if you say that really quickly, that sounds like it could be quite rude. A tick and spanner. Julian is now a moderator. Now let's find out what a tick and spanner looks like. Tick and spanner walk into a bar. Chicken spanner. Come on, post something, Julian. You're now a moderator. Let's see what a tick and spanner looks like. And then I'll revoke your moderation status straight away. Are we there yet? Gosh. I don't think I'm even a quarter of the way through. King Julian of Madagascar. He's such a cool character. They're really good films. Julian's gonna ban me from my own channel. That's okay. Maybe I can get some sleep. So for those that weren't here at the start, I was actually, I was going to cancel my stream today. Because I am beyond exhausted. Oh, there you go. So your name's not grey anymore. You don't have the grey outline on your name. Interesting. For sale, 5-piece chicken drum kit with egg-shaped bass drum. What? Hey, Ivan. Wow, how many people have got on the stream now? 97. Let's see if we can crack the 100. 989. Nice. What you have to do is use the top side of the board instead of the bottom. Use like a ribbon cable that you can just push down on top of the board to get connection. What do you mean? So what are we talking about? Are we talking about something else? Not me? Yeah, moderate. No, Julian's got all the emojis now. So, what else is there to tell everyone? Yaz has been doing a great job helping me pack. I can't explain how many bags we need to pack and have been packing. So, okay, because you all like doing numbers, especially James and I guess Paul. All of that screen protector's not on properly. To fix that. So, like, okay, so put it this way. Every TinyPICO... So, I've changed the packaging, by the way. I should mention that, I don't know if anyone even saw that video I did forever ago when the campaign started, when I did my announcement that the campaign had launched, and I showed all the different packaging and packs. Then can I get some... Paul, he wants to remove his grey. I don't think it quite works that way. That's hilarious. What they say, Julian. Any club that would have me as a member, I don't want to join. What was I saying? So, okay, so extrapolate the numbers. Oh, no, that's right. I've changed the packaging a bit. So originally my plan was every TinyPICO was going to come in its own bag. So if you bought a 4-pack, you get 4 singles. But I've changed that. Again, I don't even know if I've told you all this or not. Whatever. I'll say it again. I've changed that now. There's going to be a single pack and a 2-pack. So there'll be 2 TinyPICOs in one bag. So if you get a 4-pack, you'll get 2 2-packs. And if you get a 2-pack, you just get 1 bag with 2 in there. So it's 2 of everything in there. Just 1 bag, 1 card. 2-pack. Yes. And the reason I did that is because of the volume it's going to take to ship all this stuff to Crowd Supply. It's just massive, the amount of space all this stuff takes. So if you do the numbers, right? So every play shield comes in its own bag. Every TinyPICO single comes in its own bag. Every shield comes in its own bag. Each individual shield. So if you get a shield pack, then you're getting 6 bags of stuff, right? So every shield comes in its own bag and you're getting a TinyPICO. If you get a play shield, you get 2 bags. If you get obviously just a single TinyPICO, you get a bag. If you get a 2-pack, you get 1 bag. If you get a 4-pack, you get 2 bags. So can someone do all the maths and work out how many bags that is that we've been packing? Can you prevent Bretix? I saw your post on the packaging on the Reflow Master. Damn, you don't do things by half. No, well, I don't do them by half. And they take ages to pack, but it's really important they get there in one piece. I'm not prepared to have stuff turn up damaged. 1,455 bags? Really? Is that all? Feels like way more than that. Quick maths. Yeah, it's... Oh, actually, I'll show you what I pack the Reflow Masters in a second. So, originally I was going to put them in a box. The problem with boxes... Am I going to dox myself? Probably. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So the problem with boxes is this is how they turn up. See that? A box can't be, it's not safe, right? You put something in a box, there's nothing, like I've seen the way the couriers who pick up my stuff just pile stuff in the back of their box, or when they deliver stuff, see all the stuff in there. I wasn't prepared to have boxes turn up like this. So it took me quite a while to work out how I was going to pack them. But what I ended up doing was buying these, they're like poster tubes. They're really long. They're about, can you even see me? Anyway, they're really long. I get 5 of these, 5 or 6 of these out of one. And so I just cut them with a saw. It's not very pretty. And these are really, really tough. Like they're really hard to bend, right? So what I do is I get my reflow master. I don't have one. Here's an old case. This is my original one. I can't use this case anymore because it's the wrong size for the buttons and screen for my. This held my the very first reflow master I ever made. Anyway, so everything's inside that. Then it gets in lots of bubble wrap, and then it goes inside here like this, and then it gets taped inside it around here, and then it gets put inside a bubble wrap bag, waterproof bag. Hey Scott. And so there is no way that a courier, being an idiot, can squish this. Look at this. I can't even bend it. Right? So that's how I send my reflow masters and my Wi-Fi clocks. Get sent like that. But it makes my packaging for my reflow masters quite expensive. And time consuming to pack. But it's worth it. Like, it's electronics, it's delicate stuff. Like, I really don't want to have stuff turn up damaged. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with everyone. Hello Paul. Sorry if I missed anyone. No, I appreciate your compliment, Colin. No, I'm saying that's why I was showing it. Sorry, I'm still crap at taking compliments. Thank you. I might still be crap at taking compliments, but I was, no, it's very important. The presentation on them don't look great. You know, when you grab it and it's got this taped up, ugly white tube on there with nothing on it. But I'd rather it gets there safe and in one piece. Testing my board. It's close to release now. 25 of them. Oh, excellent. You should, yes, you shouldn't be leaving a test jig to the last minute. Hello, Bit Bastille. My test jig, this little guy, best thing I ever made. Best thing I ever made. I actually dropped it the other day, and lucky it still works. I'm thinking I'm going to have to build another one. As fast as the testing is, it's too slow for me. Like, I need to... Oh, thank you, Julian. That's so kind of you to say. You're just trying to make me get embarrassed now, right? I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you win and have me blush. Yeah, the clamps are really cool, although this one is starting to become a bit of a problem. It's lost its niceness, but I got stacks more I can swap them out with. I'm persevering at the moment. Maybe some silicone spray or something on that will improve that. You need to watch this if you don't like compliments. Okay, I won't. What I'll do is I'll open it, and the volume should be off anyway. Yeah, and I'll pause it, and I'll just leave it. I'll watch it later. Thanks, Chunky Steve-O. Scott is not a spanner. Hey Scott, I still haven't looked at the microscope. So I contacted Scott the other day and asked him what... He's got one of those Sony autofocus cameras. Sorry, not microscope. Autofocus cameras that Davey Jones showed off on his video ages ago. And my camera on my microscope is really terrible. So, as you would have seen from my last pick and place battle video, it's fine for what I need it for, but just the picture quality is pretty bad. So, I thought about maybe getting a new one, the Sony one, and see if I can get that plugged into my microscope. But they're quite expensive. But anyway, so I contacted Scott because he's got one, and he sent me a link to what he bought. But I haven't had a chance to look yet, mate. I'm very sorry. I want to, but it's a bit of overkill, I think, because I use obviously the proper microscope, the lenses. But also, I mean, I think there are times when I could use the camera instead for my own use, and save my eyes from having to go in and out of the microscope all the time. Isn't a spanner a wrench or a wench? Who's calling Julian a wench? Hello, Michael. Hyde. And someone else's name popped past. Hello, Zulu Bailey. Really? Americans don't know what a spanner is? They call it a wrench? Okay, I've got to be close to halfway now. I'm sorry that this is such a boring thing. I might stop soon. Would you rather watch me do this or do some RAM? Julian's got superpowers. Right, but I can remove his superpowers at any moment. Hey Scott, yeah, I know it's HDMI output. So's mine. But like my purpose for getting one would be to ability to stream from it, where I can't stream from mine. Okay, I think everyone's over this. Okay, everyone's over this. They want RAM. Okay, RAM's going to be pretty boring too. Let me tell you. So I've got tested and untested. I need to put this somewhere I don't mix them up. And clear some space. I need to clear some space. Okay, so the RAM's pretty unexciting. So here's some RAM. Some with RAM I've already done. So these haven't been cleaned yet, but they've got the RAM on the back. You can see little bits of maybe. Let's see if we can get focused. Little bits of fluxy bits that need to be cleaned off. See that? On both sides. Like, I wish I didn't have to clean them. And I could absolutely ship them uncleaned. Like, I really could, because they're, where am I gonna put that? Like, to the normal eye, wow, my focus. To the normal eye, they look fine. But if you put them under a microscope, then you can see how fluxy they are. Sion has kryptonite. What? That video was awesome. I will watch it later. RAM or spam. Just what you need to get done. I need to get both done fastest. Run it with a 10-inch screen so I can fit it in a shot. Yeah, that's another option. I could just stream it from being able to see it from the camera. Pink LEDs. What? Have you tried BitLinear's composite out or VGA on ESP32? Have I? No, I've actually got one of his VGA boards here for my TinyPICO, which I showed last stream, didn't I? And I showed on the MakerCast. But I don't know where I put it. Here it is. But I have not yet. No, I don't have time. I wish I did. That's his Pico VGA board. Pico VGA. His original pre-production one. The boards he's got now are black. I haven't had a chance yet to use it. I've also got one of Brian's Matrix. TinyPICO Matrix ones. I haven't had a chance to do anything with yet. At least with soldering, we can all be hypercritical. Well, it's surface mount, so it's stenciled. It's not hand soldering. Sorry. Can I make some fairy lights? What? Where do you want fairy? What? I don't know what you mean. What fairy lights? Yeah, I've got a HDMI to USB 3 converter as well, but for my camera it doesn't work on my Mac Mini anymore. the integrated GPU is not fast enough to capture. That's why I used to stream on it fine, but yeah, it's just an ugly camera as well. Pretty crap quality. Yeah, BitLooney's VGA code is awesome. So I'm trying to catch up before I start. The olive solder mask looks amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like it. It looks. I mean, I'm used to seeing the green. The stream last night of playing about with fairy lights. Oh, did he? Okay. I don't watch a lot of big live streams. This is the olive colour. See, it's olive, but that's like the normal green. I don't know where BitLooney got those from. Maybe Isla. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's kind of a weird colour. Okay, here we go. So what do we need? We need to have a drink. Okay, so does everyone remember this little guy? Just a tip one. And probably want to clean that. Where is my dun dun dun. Don't have much to follow YouTubers. No, I don't watch a lot of YouTube at the moment, unfortunately. I wish I did. I'm falling way behind. But just generally though, I don't watch a lot of Clive's streams. They're really long. And although some of the content is fun and interesting, some of it's a bit slow. I get easily distracted. Right, so does everyone remember how this works? I need to work out how I'm going to do this in camera so you can all see. Show you what I do. It's pretty boring. You're going to get bored. I'm warning you now. So, the TinyPICO goes face down in here. And then I need some paste. Way too much paste, but that's okay. Got a lot of them to do. Okay. So, I'll actually go away. Oh, I need my other tweezers. So I'll zoom in a bit, maybe, soon. Put it on, and then we get the next one. How cool is this? How many will you reflow at a time? I normally do 8 at a time. I don't know why I settled on 8. Actually, I know why I settled on 8. I'll show you why. I probably could do 9, but what's great with the pasting of these is there's no precision required at all. It's just RAM on the back. It's going off the edge. Except I can't really see with the lighting. Do you make any Ocean? No, all my PCBs are done with JLC PCB. So Ocean Park aren't very competitive on their pricing. They also don't do black, and they do great boards, don't get me wrong, but they also won't do the specification on my boards. Like if you took my Gerbers and you uploaded them to Osh Park, they'll turn around and say, sorry, we can't build these, you've got a million errors. And it's all to do with the size of my drill sizes and vias and tracks and dimensions and everything else like that. They make great quality boards though, like super good quality. I almost have the house to myself for the next 7 weeks. My wife is over in the UK having a holiday and catching up with old friends. 7 weeks? Holy moly. That is a long time. What are you going to do? That paste lark looks so messy. Lark? What? What are we talking about? I missed, I don't know what you're talking about. Videos, of course. He's going to spend 7 weeks just churning out lots of videos. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're about to find out why I do 8 at a time. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. Move that to the side. So I do 8 at a time because I put this board in the oven. And so what I normally do is I put that in the oven, and while I'm doing that, I start loading up that board, and I cycle between the two. Now, you've got to remember, I have to be very careful with these. I'm reflowing them again, but they've already been reflowed on the bottom. So, you know, I could easily stick 50 of them, well not 50, 30 of them maybe in the oven at one time, but I risk knocking them or dropping them or damaging the underside of them. I have to be very careful. So, yeah, it's safer just to do, for me, just to do 8 at a time. It's much easier to lift and place. I mean, I could probably squeeze 9 on there, but it's just not worth it. Like if I did this to try to put more in there, right? I'm likely to knock something off or drop one or do something like that, right? It's just not worth it. Especially when I'm taking them out of the oven. Because when I take them out of the oven, there's still a chance that parts can move underneath from the heat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need another one. If I can open it. Come on. So all my rams on are real. So I just cut them off as I need them. You know, flip them over. Okay, and now, it's not overly interesting. I'm just going to switch my glasses so I can see, maybe, I don't know if I can see that distance with these glasses. Yeah, I can. So I can't see chat at the moment. These are close-up glasses. Also, bit hard to see with the camera, with the microphone smacking my head. How exciting is this? And you thought this would be more exciting than the OLEDs? Normally I have some loud trance playing in the background, which makes it a bit more enjoyable. Okay. It says 8. Now I switch my glasses back. What's woohoo? What happened? What did I miss? Hello everyone. Hey CGSers. I had no internet. Oh no. But it's back. Go. You can do it. What are we talking about? What did I miss? Loud trans. Hey, did you cool things? What did I miss? What's everyone saying? Go. Okay, so now the oven. Should turn it on. And I need to change my paste. I've got two profiles that I use. The same temp paste, but one is a slightly longer reflow that I do for the TinyPICOs. And then I do a slightly shorter one for the back, for the RAM and for everything else. So I've got to like lift it very carefully, get it in the oven. Okay, and that is reflowing. Oh, woohoo was for soldering RAM. Okay. And now I can start again. What happens though is I then have a lull because my oven needs to cool down. So there's like even though I'll get these ready now, there'll be a while before they can go in the oven. Same paste for both sides. I do use the same paste for both sides. Indeed. So I'm trying to catch up on the, was there anything else for me? What about home delivery? What? I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey BitLooney, what did you miss? You missed me opening and testing a whole bunch of OLEDs, which I didn't finish. And now you're watching me put RAM on the back of some TinyPICOs. So not a lot, really. So where did you, we were just talking about the olive colour of your pre-production or your non-black Pico VGAs. Where did you get those made, BitLooney? Was that, I don't know how to say their name, Aisler? Is that how you say it? I mean they obviously weren't JLC because they don't do olive. Yeah, Aisler. Cool. Some people were commenting that they liked the olive. I'm not a huge fan of the colour. I love olives. So does everyone remember those reflow masters I built last week on my stream? Spill the beans on olive. I think Julian liked it. So anyway, I listed for reflow masters. So the other day I finished 8 of them, but I've only got six screens. Right, I've got more screens coming. They should be here hopefully end of this week or next week. Anyway, so I listed 4 of them on the store because people have been waiting for a long time. I had like 19 people on the wait list, which is pretty funny the way that works on Tindy, and I'll explain in a moment. And so I listed 4 and they were sold out like overnight. Like I woke up and there were none left. But then I only had 5 people left on the wait list. Right, so that maths don't work. But the way Tindy works is you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more. When something's out of stock, it doesn't show the price of the item. And then, so I think what happens is when people then, when it's back in stock and people go to look at them, they see the price and they might have changed their mind. Because my reflow masters are obviously not on the cheap end. But anyway, and so I listed 2 more, because I only had 2 more screens, and they both went within 20 minutes of me listing them. So I sold 6 reflow masters in a matter of hours the other day, which is pretty crazy. And I've got 2 more built. I've got 10 screens coming, but I now need to build a whole bunch more reflow masters again. It seems that a lot of people are getting into their reflowing and toaster ovens and stuff, which is pretty cool. Ooh, we know what that means. The oven is open. Cheers, Michael. Julian's saying never going to go reflowing, never. That's a shame. That's okay, Julian. It's okay if there's one more person left in the world that does through hole. That's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Floop. Okay. Watch the last video. It seems motors do not ease in and out. Especially in the belt system. I think there is a tiny little bit of easing there, actually. I think there is. But no, I don't believe CGA says that they are going to change that at all. And it's not needed. I've got my pick and place working fine now. You came in late to the stream today. I will be releasing a video later in the week. I'm not going to spill the beans here. But it's not an easing problem. I know, Christos. I said I wouldn't sell more than 5 or 10. I know. How crazy is that? I was wrong. I was wrong. How many TinyPICOs have moved up a crowd supply? I don't know. There's the number went up again. Someone has to do a count. It's got to be 990 now, maybe, I think. 989 or 990 TinyPICOs. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so that's just cooling down. Now you got to remember, just because my oven says it's 67 degrees, the boards will not be 67 degrees. Oh, I need to change my glasses. Because the black boards hold their heat, so I have to be very careful. So I'm going to pull it out now. You're not going to be able to see me do that. It's going to go straight on my heatsink. I'm doing that over there. I'm not going to try to get it under the camera because I don't want to risk having any of the boards shift. Like if they shift like this at all on the green PCB, there's a chance that the antenna will move out of place. Yeah, crazy, almost 1,000. Thanks, Ed. Okay, that is on the heatsink. Yay! Let me swap my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get this RAM on. You see, that wasn't even close. It'll shift into place, but still. Okay, I can't even see what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I'm going a bit slow because of the chat and the stream, but you can see how long it's going to take me to get 1,000 bits of RAM. My days are very long at the moment. Long and repetitive. I think that's the worst, isn't how long, just the quantities of stuff I need to do and the repetitive nature of it all. I mean, I still love building surface mount stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I haven't lost my love of any of this doing the campaign, but boy, oh boy, has this been a monumental amount of work. Really crazy. What did I miss? Really? Is that hot there? That's not good. Assuming the components on the top of the board just stay in place while the RAM is reflowed? Yes, it does. Everything stays. See, and when will I retire? I don't think I'll financially ever be able to retire. And I don't think I ever will retire, though. I like doing stuff. Like, I'll never... I'm the type of guy that will retire and go back to doing 40 hours a week. Like, that'll be my retirement. Does lead even make it into solder fumes, or is it way too low temp to atomize it? What? I don't know. I'm not sure what that question is for. Electron Ash would help if he was here. Well, you know, you could always buy a ticket. Okay, let's not burn my fingers getting it in. Okay, and now the second one is reflowing. You meant the unexpected in your name isn't unexpected anymore. Who meant what? Okay, I missed something. The guy at work had come to work on his day off. Yeah, Australia's a long way away, right? Like it's just as expensive for us to travel out as it is for people to come here. Like for me to get to the States, like the cheapest tickets I can buy is like $1,800 just to get to America. Okay, so these are the ones that have already been done. I'll wait till the green boards cool down and then I just stick them on this other heatsink just to draw out any more heat. They should be fine now anyway, but just to draw out any more heat, just in case. You can see I've done this before. This is my pattern. And they go on there for a bit, and then I've got my green board ready for my next one. You stayed in the city. Ooh. Talking about RAM, I got 64 GB today. Ooh, nice. So I thought Julian didn't really retire, but that he abandoned your name. Okay. Sorry. No, I think Julian's asking me when I'm going to retire, but okay, maybe not. Nice tessellation. Thanks. Excuse me. Yes, James is going on a holiday. Lucky James. I can't recall what a holiday feels like. That's okay. That's fine. I'm tempted by the Bordito. Yeah, I'm not tempted by... Well, obviously I've got to pick and place, but I don't think the Bordito is going to do what people think it's going to do. Like, if you really want something cheap, you should be looking at the open placer. The Bordito looks like it doesn't have capabilities to do anything of decent quality. I could be wrong, but I can't see how it... Like the size of the parts it can do, and the placement and spacing. Like, I feel like I could hand build 10 times faster than what the Bordito can do. Whatever it's called. And I could be wrong, but just from what I've seen so far. But check out Open Placer. I almost bought an Open Placer. The only thing that prevented me from doing it was the cameras they had in it at the time weren't good for 0402, but they fixed that now. But again, like, what do you? Yeah, you got to look at what people are getting a small pick and place for, what they think they're going to achieve with it. I mean, I was prepared to hand build all my TinyPICOs for for a few hundred of them. Hand building is it's way more reliable than using a small pick and place. Like, you still have to hand fix stuff on the board after they've placed them. It's going to beep. Okay, so we have boards with RAM. So we've been going an hour and a half. Okay, where's my box of RAM? Here we go. Batten down your outside workshop area. I think we'd be getting some bad weather this week. Hello, Michael. If I haven't said hello already. So, Bitlooney and I were looking at the Smalls SMT. Let me show you. So we were looking at these machines. It's kind of like a better version of what I've got. Hello, Ego. What did you make the pinout diagrams for? They're just done in a vector program, in Designer. In Affinity Designer. I did them by hand. Ego. How big are those RAMs? How big, as in how much RAM? 4 megabyte, or how big? They're SOIC 8, 150 mil. So these machines are much more expensive. This was going to cost me about $12,000 for one of their machines. Forget those pictures. Those pictures are not what we're talking about. So if you look here, it looks. I was looking at one of these mid-range. One of these ones. So as you can see, it's very similar, like in terms of its look, to what I've got. It's got feeders on 3 sides. Nothing to hold the reels though, which is interesting. So I don't know where you put your reels. Obviously, you put the tape goes in here, and then you've got the pull tape goes back here. So from a feeder point of view, it's got way more feeders, much more reliable camera and movement system. But it was going to be, $12,000. The problem with it was like 8 weeks to get one. Yeah, so that's what Bitlooney's talking about. He's trying to do a deal with Smalls to get a pick and place machine. I'm not sure what the deal is. I contacted them. I said, I'll buy one of these if you can get it to me, like in 2 weeks. And they said they can't. Like they couldn't get me one. Like it was like between 5 and 8 weeks. I had to wait for one, which was out of my time. Like I still wouldn't have it, so I didn't get it. Hey, the hookup. I haven't watched this video yet, but I've done I was at PCB Way. Like I've seen their factory. I was there in Shenzhen in November last year. I actually took a whole bunch of video, which I was going to do a video and I never got around to it. Bitlooney's going to sell his soul. Bye, Michael. Catch you later. Thanks for joining. So yeah, these are a much more expensive unit. But they've got 2 machine vision cameras, one for BGA and one for normal parts. I think that the focus helped a little bit, but it wasn't the focus. It was there was a lot of things, but to get to where I am that you've seen so far, it was more about being able to adjust the machine vision threshold, not the focus. It was a combination of both. Without focusing the camera, it would have not been as good, but it was the machine vision part that took it to the next level. Scotty's videos are great. I like the JLC tour he did. I just haven't had a chance to watch his video yet. I will. If board's mostly small, a cheap pick and play would still relieve the manual placing drudge. If more components needed than feeders, you can always do a second pass. Right, but it depends on how many boards you're doing. Right? Like it's, again, if you... I mean, how many boards justifies a pick and place machine? It depends. Yeah, okay. It depends on the skill. Your skill to be able to place boards. So I need to take these out of the oven. Like what you need to understand with a pick and place machine is your setup time, like the building, like it building something is the quickest part. Setting it up, tweaking it, and then fixing it afterwards, especially for a machine that doesn't have feeders, like we're using ad hoc parts, like all the small machines do, then you'll spend more time preparing to build your board and fixing it afterwards than you will just making it by hand. And you'll end up with a better job making it by hand. Like, I truly believe that. Like, as I said, I was totally prepared to build like 250 or 300 TinyPICOs by hand myself because I believed it was a better solution than a pick and place machine. And I wasn't really wrong. But obviously I needed to do the quantity, so I had to get something. I do my boards in 8s per batch. Even that can take me over a day for more complex small board. Over a day to build 8 boards? Just surface mount? No. All the manual inspection testing, I'm not going to expect to feel better about. Oh, I already knew, like I know the level of what they get on their on a $500,000 pick and place machine. I understand that they're still, like, I've seen their visual inspection systems. Like their visual inspection systems are used for 2 things: is to detect that the right part is being put on there and that it's the right orientation, but it's also to fix problems. And like I was watching a production line when I was in Shenzhen, and they were fixing lots of stuff on there. Hey, Reverick Cyborg. I'll answer your question about the most challenging part. What do you mean by the most challenging part in terms of assembly? Is that what you're talking about? Assembling them? Like there's no price point you can buy into a pick and place machine that you're not going to have to do a lot of setup, a lot of calibration for a board, especially if you're changing a board, and then a lot of fixing afterwards. The $500,000 machines can just churn through them that much faster. And yes, they can do them more reliably than mine can, but still not perfect. So how do you solve the issue of cooling fan on your reflow oven? Does it still have fans? No, it still has a fan, a cool down fan, but you still have to open the door at some point. Like the fan can never cool it down if the oven's closed. So at some point the oven has to be opened, the door has to be opened. So, but yeah, I still run my 5-volt fan on mine. And I mentioned on MakerCast, I've got an idea for a project for my Reflow Masters, for my oven, to help with the fumes and the flux fumes that comes out of it and stuff, which will also help with cooling it down. Once I'm set up, I can offer a smaller price. I can offer at a smaller price and serve a broader market. Sure, absolutely, BitLooney, you can, but I think people expect that a pick and place machine eliminates a lot of work. It eliminates some of the automation, automates some of the hand stuff, yes, but there's time at the start and time at the end. Like every board that I need to make. And the other thing is, your stenciling, your paste has to be 100 times better. Like it's got to be perfect on a pick and place machine, because you can't, if you're not hand assembling it, if you can't see it before the part's going on, then you can't tell if you've got a problem with your paste. You don't know until afterwards, and afterwards, when the part's already there, it's too late, because you can't fix it. You can't fix the paste, right? So there are many parts of the process with my pick and place that slows me down now, like the pasting and other stuff. But anyway, you'll get to see on Friday where I'm at. It's pretty cool. There's no way I could have built them without the pick and place machine, no doubt. But it wouldn't have mattered if I spent $30,000 or even $50,000 on a pick and place machine. I'd still be hand fixing parts at the end of it. And I still would have had the same initial setup time. You know, they all take that amount of work. I would never buy a pick and place that wasn't made from metal though. You also learn which parts to avoid or which parts are going to be problematic, right? So to the question of my TinyPICO and assembly, like I've got some parts on my board that are really problematic for any pick and place machine. Doesn't matter how expensive the pick and place machine is. My SOT 883 parts, I've got a MOSFET. I'm not going to be able to get close enough, but anyway, I've got they're tiny. There's a little tiny MOSFET just here. Like it's smaller than an 0402 and a little tiny PNP transistor just there. The pads on those, like they are a stencil nightmare and they are an alignment nightmare. They have to be exactly perfectly aligned or it doesn't work. And most of my TinyPICOs, I need to go and fix these after reflow because they even shift during reflow. So this becomes not just a stenciling issue, like a paste issue, but a stencil issue. Like I believe that the stencils I've got for my boards, the JLC PCB have done, are not the correct size pads. And I've had discussions with them about it for these particular type of parts. Like if this was being run on a machine in China, like a big machine, like at a PCB or whatever else, they'd be making their own custom stencils, obviously, for the panels. And they would have to refine their stencil to get the right amount of paste for their production. It's not like, here's a stencil and this is all I've got and let's make it work. There are many steps into getting a reliable pick and place happening, especially for really small parts. I mean, the 0402, you can see if a part's on the pads or not. You can see from my last video, right? But for the SOT 883 stuff, the pads are underneath. You can't see if there's enough paste. It's already too late by then. Does that make sense? The work PNP's handle is fine for high volume flow. Sure, absolutely. How much is your Panasonic machine? And of course they can, but there's still issues. You still get, you know, there's still times where you need to hand fix or hand place. But it just depends on the cost of the machine. You know, and what its capabilities are and how fast you run it. I think PNP will come down in price rapidly. Well, it already has. Pick and places have come down in price rapidly. But unlike a 3D printer, getting the quality at the low end is not the same. Like on a 3D printer, you know, I mean, you can have shoddy quality parts or problems with the filament feeding or whatever else. But at the end of the day, two different printers that are, you know, got 0.2 mil, 0.4 nozzle with 0.2 mil layer height will, you know, if they're both tuned, will print the same. But there are some cheap pick and place machines that'll never do 0402. Right? There's too many other factors involved, like machine vision and quality of cameras and the software they're using. There's too many other parts. APO uses direct RGB input. Yep. No. APA 102 is data driven. Clock and data. Yeah, SPI. Hello, Morgan. Hello, Telecrate. Considering switching from an APA to the much easier for placement. But also, you know, sure. Well, it's not. Why is it easier for placement? Out of curiosity. They're the same size. The APAs are easy to work with, and you get much better quality with clock and data than just the data pin. But I guess for a single, it's fine. But when you're chaining them, much more reliability out of an APA. So, did I miss anything? I might design my boards differently in the future and I might not. I don't know. What about the manual pick and place machine? You mean a manual pick and place machine? Like the ones where you rest your arm on and you move around? Is that what you're talking about, Andy? Sorry. I'm still trying to catch up on all the... I have some 1515 WS LEDs back there somewhere that I want to have a look at. I just haven't had a chance to do that. Yeah, Panasonic's over $1 million, right? So I'm glad that over $1 million can place 0201. Like you would hope that for over $1 million it would place 0201 reliably. But yeah, that's a huge amount of money. I don't need a manual pick and place. Like I can do it by hand quite comfortably, quite well. Again, a manual pick and place is great for people that don't have the dexterity, I guess, to do it by hand. But again, it's the same type of problem with how do you get your parts through? Like how do you... whoops, I started talking and stopped doing my RAM. Whoops. These are probably all cooled down by now. Yep, okay. Like, again, it depends what you're trying to alleviate. Like, how many boards are you trying to solve to do them? You know, everyone's different. It depends what your requirements are. And I like building stuff by hand. Like, I enjoy... I don't like doing it when I'm under pressure to do it, but I really enjoy... Whoops, we broke the Xeon testing mechanism. No, it's fine. Might do another thing while we're talking. Do another set. I enjoy hand assembly. I really do. Like, yeah. For me, the pick and place was about being able to deliver on time, more so than anything else. But there's no fun having to build in a hurry. Like, that takes the enjoyment out of it, right? What else did I miss? For me, the switch to a proper pick and play was when I had to place it 10,000. Right. It becomes down to, you know, tedious work, right? Or speed, or, you know, maybe reliability, I guess. I don't know. I still think I can... Like, when I hand build a board, I never have to rework them. Like, my first 100 TinyPICOs I built by hand required no rework. Because I'm reworking them as I'm placing them, right? As I'm building them. But probably 70% of every board I build on my pick and place machine needs rework. And when I say rework, it could just be nudging the MOSFET, right? Or nudging the PNP. Or the LDO, because the LDO is also a real painful part to place. Okay, so like we're talking about heating up the board and spending like 2 seconds fixing it. But you still have to do it. Right. But building quantity, as Julian said, for me it was about my mental state as well. Like, but that's about being rushed for me though. Again, if I'm not rushed, then I enjoy it. If I'm rushed, then yes, it becomes a stress. So... But it was, look, for me, it was about my parts decision. I learnt a lot. So I'm going to cover most of this in my AMA. For those that don't know, I'm doing an AMA after the campaign finishes. It'll be a live AMA. I don't know if it's going to be on a Wednesday or it might be a different day. I don't know yet. And Brian Locke is going to help me out with it. But it'll be hosted on my channel. So I'll cover a lot of stuff there. But I learnt a lot about designing for manufacture by doing this. Like, there was a lot of decisions I made about the parts I chose. I chose them based on size. What is my middle name? Why? Hey, Johnny. And hello to anyone else I haven't said hello to. Still says 97 peak and current. Look at all these new people. Will there be a quiz? Oh, right. You're asking for the AMA. Okay, well, you have to save that for the actual AMA, Julian. Sorry, you're way ahead of, like, you live in the future. Hey, J-Man. But yeah, like, I made decisions based on parts, based on me hand assembling and my capabilities. But these parts are really problematic for most pick and places under, you know, triple figures. So I learned a lot about, yeah, as I said, designing for manufacture, like being able to build or design things that are easier to assemble, or placement of parts to make it easier to rework afterwards, as well as being able to tune 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Being able to, like, you don't just tune your design, and you don't just, like, you need to tune your stencil. Tuning your stencil is super important. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything. So I think this is going to be the last one I'm going to do. It's been 2 hours for the stream. I'm feeling a little bit unproductive, but that's okay. That's not on anyone, that's on me, because I'm chatting as usual. Today, just blown away by his workshop tour videos. Tune your stencils. It's not a joke. Getting your stencil right is so important. So important. I could alleviate half of the issues I have now in having to rework after reflow with a different stencil. The problem I've got is JLC PCB, like most stencil houses, not all, but most, will make their own cream layer for their stencil. For the stencil, they won't use what's provided. They'll use their best practices. But the problem is, they don't have a standard, and all their engineers do something slightly different. And my problem is they don't leave it. They don't do the right footprint for SOT 883. I don't believe. So, and it's too late now for me to get it corrected, unfortunately. Or it's too late now for me to experiment, I should say. By the time I get the stencil refined, my campaign will be done and my boards will already be built. So maybe I'll experiment after and try to work out what a better footprint is. Okay. What I miss? Well, actually lots of orange. Oh, come on. Didn't go BGA by now. Such a disappointment. Well, I don't need BGA. Why would I want to go BGA if I don't need to? I've been electronic 50 years and now I'm learning from you. Really? You're learning from... Thanks, Julian. But I don't think... I still don't know what I've got to teach you. But anyway. Why am I bothered by your laser segment PCB being upside down? Oh, dude, it's just a holder. Sorry, Greg. Be worse if my TinyPICOs are upside down. Okay, I think that might be the last one I do this morning. Less cheap and more available. God, the weather here, terrible. Winter's definitely here. I hate doing. I don't want to do through a hole. I can't. Yeah, no. Like, I actually thought in the end that I would supply the Grove shields without the Grove connector soldered on and let people solder them on. They were just so painful to do. Like, it was a lot of soldering. Hey, Michael. No worries about being late. You made it, and that's awesome. I'm definitely letting customers solder the headers on, though. There's no way I'm doing that for them. Yeah, that's pretty full on outside. Can everyone hear it? Wow. massive raindrops. Really massive. This madman is still streaming. Take a break. I'm going to. I think my 2 hours is up. Pink noise. I think, well, I'll let that reflow and I'll take it out, and I think we will wind up the stream. That kind of rain gets me excited. We need the rain. Like, I don't dislike rain, but it's pretty noisy. Has my rain found its way to you? Is it your rain? Does it have your name on it, Chris? Oh, there we go. As is rain. Yeah, maybe not. Well, that's reflowing. Wow. I needed to print some more of my little standoffs. I'm almost out of black filament again, so I love doing this. Ready? I love going flex and they all pop off. Oh, stringy though. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, this black filament is very stringy compared to my other filaments. I'm going to need some more standoffs. I'm just going to clean these while I'm waiting for the oven. Just got to get rid of the wispy bits. I can do that with my glass bed. With the glass bed. Yeah, can't do that with the glass bed, right. Yeah, it's really cool when you do that. I like, especially when I do my little antennas, the little blue clips. They, come on, camera. I do 100 of those at a time. And when I flex, they go flying all over my office. It takes me about 10 minutes to find them all. Yeah, this is just PLA. But it's just something to do with the black. For some reason, I get lots of, see this? How they, see they're attached? Oh, couldn't see that easily. Just, it's kind of like retraction settings, but it's not. It's bizarre. I don't know. See that wisp? You might not be able to see that wispy bit. There's a little wispy bit on the end. It doesn't look like the normal stringing that you get, you know, with either temperature slightly too high or retraction. It's just this black PLA just does something really bizarre. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's bad. Maybe there's been too much moisture. Yeah, my Pet G. Hang on. Yeah, I print a lot with Pet G. Like all my blue stuff for all my TinyPICO is all Pet G. And yeah, that's super stringy. But what I do, I've increased my retraction, and I actually print it at like 12 degrees lower than recommended, and it really helps a lot with the stringiness. But yeah, Pet G strings heaps. Some colours from some manufacturers just do it. Can't explain it. Yeah, it's bizarre. Like the other colours from this manufacturer doesn't have that problem. And I'm pretty sure the last black one I had didn't have that problem, but this whole reel of black, everything I print with it, it's got these just bits of, you see on the bench, it's bizarre what they are. Anyway, not a big deal. Dry it in the oven. Yeah, I could, but I don't know if I could be bothered. Blow a little hot air on the pass briefly to remove the hairs. Yeah, I do that sometimes. But, this is fine. This is just me being, this is mind numbing. I'm okay to do this. You had some of that in your muesli this morning. Some hairs. Little stringy bits. Really? You should speak to your muesli manufacturer about that. Julian's building a new shed. For storage, Julian, or for you to work out of? Have you tried SLA DLA printing? I haven't. I honestly, I mean, I love the quality of what I've seen from SLA printers, but I don't want to have to deal with the cleanup, the curing, and the smells and all that type of stuff. I just, yeah. There's nothing I print that needs that type of detail or quality. I'd be doing it just for the sake of having the ability to do it. I don't need it. I'm very happy with my printer. Just for storage. Okay. Oh, hi, Yuz. How's the weather? How crazy is that rain? Everyone say hi to Yuz. If you want to. Don't have to. Sorry, I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, that rain was just nuts. Hey, yeah, someone worked out, I can't remember who did the count this morning. I asked how many bags, and it's 1,455 bags that we're packing. That is a lot of bags. How am I still on? What do you mean? It's only been 2 hours, hasn't it? It didn't just take you 2 hours to get your daughter to sleep, did it? Or to bed? I hope not, Brian. That'd be crazy. Yeah, that was an intense downpour of rain. Yeah, it's like the bags under your eyes. It's for 15 seconds to open an anti-static bag. I'm pretty fast at yeah, Yaz has trouble opening them. They're really painful. Like we were sitting last few nights, we sat in front of the TV after dinner at the coffee table, just like both of us tag teaming, packing bags, pre-packing all of the 2-pack TinyPICO bags. So yeah, that's been fun. Yes, Yas can open them fine. It just takes her... Okay, I'm just a bit faster at opening them, I think. I just stood on a comb. So Yas calls the stackable female headers combs. Because they look like a comb. Was that the one I dropped under the coffee table last night? That's really funny. Sorry, my fault. Okay. So once I finished cleaning these, I think I'm going to call it. We're going to take this out of the oven. So all of this RAM still has to be tested. So before they get cleaned, I need to put them back in. Maybe that's what I'll do. Before I go, I will turn on my test jig and I will test some of these boards and see if they work. Because they've all been tested already, but of course I can't test the pins that the RAM's connected to until the RAM is connected. So occasionally I'll get a board that doesn't pass the RAM check because one of the I/O that it uses on the QFN maybe wasn't soldered properly, wasn't reflowed properly. It happens, not often, but it happens. See, look at all that black guck. I don't know what it is. But it is gone now, mostly. Is there one you prepared earlier? No, well, yes, there is, but but there's ones I just prepared now. So I will do one of these. Okay, so here's my test jig, dun, 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 which is getting a bit dirty. So these little specks on here that are stuck inside the acrylic, what that is, I'll show you, is that because the boards have got, because they're V-scored, when you pull them apart, they get little tiny bits of, oh, you're not going to be able to see it, just little bits of FR4. And so when you put them in, it scrapes the edges and it breaks them off, which is great, but it makes a bit of a mess. Oh my god, like a cooking show. Here's one I prepared earlier. Well, this is one I prepared just now, actually. Yes, I know what you meant, Yuz. Okay, let's log into the Raspberry Pi. Tiny bits of TinyPICO. Yes. Okay, TinyPICO. Dun, dun, dun. Load board. Yeah, a bit closer. Best thing I ever made, this tester. So let's grab a board that I just reflowed. Where's the USB? How do I unmoderate myself? Do you want to be unmoderated? Sure. Remove moderator. There you go, Julian. You are no longer the boss. Okay, so board goes in, down, and press the button. Ooh. So, one thing I've discovered is, I don't know what it is, but I need to, every 20 or 30 boards or something, play with the USB cables. See that? It didn't find the USB, but now it did. There's something weird going on. I think it could be this red cable I'm using. I don't know. It's a bit painful. So it'll work fine. It'll do like 20 or 30 boards, and then all of a sudden, any board I put in there, it won't find the USB. I just unplug the cables, plug them back in again, and it's fine. And it might be the Raspberry Pi. It might not even be the cables itself. Okay. And it should show at the end 409 something something 1600, I think, RAM. There we go, 409 1600. Yay! So that RAM works. See, that's what I need to do to test them. Every single one of them. Unfortunately, all the ones I just made, I think there are these ones, I put in the box of my tested ones already. That was really silly of me. So I need to go now test them all again. That's a bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have to go test them all again. Oh well. Next hour, board testing. Yeah, no. I think we're done. I'm going to call it, folks. It's been a fun stream. I've got lots of OLEDs to test. I've got lots of RAM to test. Yes, this is my life. But that's okay. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderfully sunny day in Melbourne. Dirty Dancing sounds amazing in that accent. What? Oh, hey Peter. I'm just about to end the stream and Peter joined. That's okay. Oh, Yuz is going to come out to chat. Were you really? If you are, you better come out real quick. Otherwise I'm ending it, Yuz. Does everyone want to have a chat with Yuz? I'll let the community decide. So everyone's saying goodbye because everyone thinks I'm ending it. Do you want to have a quick chat with Yuz? Oh, no can do. Oh my gosh, Yaz, what are you doing? You just said you're going to come out for a chat. Oh, I know you've let everyone down. You've let the team down, Yaz. Oh, okay, Yaz needs a minute. I'm going to keep testing RAM. How's that? Keep testing RAM while we wait for Yaz. So this is going to be a long stream then, is it? That's okay, I've got nothing else to do. You start another stream with Yaz later. No, Yaz is about to leave. Well, not about to. She's got to... It's only 8:46 in the morning. Yay, RAM. Yay, RAM. Okay, I'll keep testing RAM. I should keep building RAM while I'm testing RAM, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Yeah, this test jig has saved my life. There's no way I could have shipped boards without it. As I said, I need to make another one. I've got enough parts for a second one, but I just haven't got around to making one yet. Is the TinyPICO able to play GIFs? Sure. Well, you need to write some code for it. Adafruit have got some CircuitPython code that will play GIFs really nicely. That can be ported to MicroPython. There might be an Arduino one, but I mean, the ESP32 itself is a super powerful microcontroller. You can program it to do anything you want. Is the memory on the ESP so large that the programming step takes so long? No, it's flashing. So this whole thing, it erases the whole TinyPICO, it reflashes the TinyPICO with MicroPython. Then it retests the whole board. So it's installing code on here now that tests the RAM, tests the Wi-Fi, tests all the I/O. So right now the Wi-Fi is talking to between the TinyPICO and the Raspberry Pi, and then at the end it deletes everything off the board and puts some hello world code on there. So it's doing a lot more than just testing. Why does it take 45 seconds? Well, because there's already code on there. So the erase takes longer because there's already something on it. The erase actually takes 3 times longer. But I slowed it down. So I can get it under 30 seconds for the whole thing. But it's less reliable. To get it under 30 seconds, I have to flash it, erase it and flash it too fast. You see how long the erasing is taking right now? That's almost instantaneous if it's a new chip with nothing on it. So the program is pretty slow then, at least it feels like that. I guess I'm used to the STM32. Well, no, I'm installing MicroPython on it. So that when it says flashing, that's flashing MicroPython onto the board. Which code is already on it? Would it be a way to add the RAM test to the existing code? The RAM test, yes, I need to build a completely different testing system. No, but I want to test the whole thing again. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
I had to get me smarts on.
Okay. Don't do a jobby on you.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. Hey everyone, look who's here.
Hi friends.
Do you want the seat?
No.
No?
No.
Then you're going to have the light in your face. Yeah, no. Here.
I'll move down.
Have the seat.
I'm going to have the seat.
Yaz's going to have the seat, folks.
Right, I'm just going to
Yaz is now going to test all the RAM.
test some RAM.
No, don't. Please don't touch
I'm
it.
not touching anything. I was just going like that.
You don't.
Hi everyone. Oh, wild. Yeah. Well, I was going to come out and then he said he was going to finish, so I thought I won't come out, and then I got distracted, as it turns out. Hi. Get making. No, I'm good. See, I want to show you guys how to test the RAM. Okay, so I know how to test the RAM. But right now I'm just going to have a break. I'm a bit tired. Yep, boss, that's it. Yep, lots of acronyms there. Thanks, Electron Ash. Like, yeah, outputs, fabulous. The Pico run, wow, this is a bit mega. I'm enjoying my pick and place. My hands. I'm actually really fast at opening bags, by the way.
No, you are. Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Sure.
I don't like my hair. What? Yeah, it's really stressful. It's
Pecan place.
Did I say pecan place? Pecan.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, and then you got to put the combs in, and then and then the other combs. Apparently
the JSTs. Don't forget the JSTs.
No, the JSTs, COS. Con. They're just cons. Got to put those in as well. Sometimes one, sometimes two. Then the card, then the little gel. Anyway, it's going really well. I'm really proud of myself and everything I've achieved. It's been really successful. So really like to thank you all for your support.
What was it like on the floor with this guy looking for the comb? What?
Can you tell us what it was? So we dropped a comb the other night. I don't know where it is. I think the couch ate it. I've got no idea where it is, but I'm sure I'll find it in summer when I'm not wearing shoes in the house. Yep, that's it. Real brains. That's it. It did look like you were doing a cooking show because you're like, I'm just going to take this out of the oven.
Right.
And then you know how they used to do the whole, here's something I prepared earlier.
Sure. 300 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Colin. Oh, yeah, I'm really enjoying my Facebook page, actually. If I can talk about myself for a little bit. I feel like I've got a lot of interesting things to say, a lot of advocacy and education.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to plug some RAM in.
I can plug RAM in.
No, it's fine.
Anyway, Wok's Cooking. Oh, that's brilliant. They had a chip shop nearby called Wok's Cooking. That's brilliant. Got any Lego in the house? Yes. Oh my gosh. We have so much Lego. So we just had Lego Masters on in Australia for the first time. So obviously kids were a little bit obsessed. Well, Ollie was, not so much Flynn. And so she's all into it now, building Lego. So she's just got a new, not creator.
Just the basics.
Yeah, a classic. She just got a new classic set with like 1 million pieces in it. And I was actually really excited because she doesn't really make things. She tends to follow the booklet, like step by step, as you would. And then, so I was really excited that she was going to be a bit creative, etc. But she just made a wall and divided the colours up on the wall, which was really insightful, actually, into the workings of her little brain. But yeah, we've got heaps of Lego, and Flynn's really into Star Wars at the moment, so he's got some new Star Wars Lego that I've had to build, or Ollie builds, because he's too impatient to follow the instructions. And then he basically, all the Lego now is in a box, and he carries the box around the house, or wherever he sits, the box goes. I think I've done a droid something, and don't know, and he's got all the little minifigures, so he kind of acts out the scenes in the movie that he's seen on the little Lego, and it's really super cute. But the box goes everywhere. So, and then when the box doesn't go everywhere, the little minifigures just go sit next to him on the couch. So we're either going to sit on Lego soon or stand on a comb. Either way, we're a little bit screwed in the house. But yes, we love Lego. You have. Can you do my reading? Can you be my bride?
I am reading. You're missing all the questions or comments, but that's
well,
okay.
because I can't do two things at once.
Sure. That's okay. No,
you need to pose and have a not with this hair. And look at the bags. I'm not doing that today. Thank you, though. That's lovely.
We're not doing it yet. Not for the thumbnail.
What? I also did the same at home, which I always follow the instructions, but now I do the creative. But interesting. So why did you follow the instructions and not do your own creation? It's interesting that you say that, though. So we've also got Ollie the 365 ideas book. So literally one a day. and she likes to look at the creations but not make them, and I wonder whether or not it's because there's no step-by-step instruction or because she just wants to do her own thing. And what? Oh, yep, kids are online. Do I have a YouTube channel? No. I should though. Who's typing that? One of the kids is typing that. I suspect it's Flynn. I suspect he wants something, and that's the way he communicates. Not giving him enough attention, clearly. Always have enough of the right bricks to build the actual thing I want. Oh, okay. So you had a plan in mind and you didn't have enough bricks. Did you know you didn't have enough, or did you think you didn't have enough, and if you thought you didn't have enough, that was too anxiety-provoking, and so you just didn't do it? Okay. Interesting. Who was it, Flynn?
Flynn.
Yeah. What does he need?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
I've never been a proper... Oh, camera... Yeah. I think the problem was always having... Yeah. Who's typing that? Kids have nabbed the iPad. Lol. No, actually, my Mac, which is even worse. Yes, so Lego Technic, I never understood it, but then I really enjoyed watching it on the... not MasterChef, Lego Masters.
I've got boxes of Lego Technic outside in the garage.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. I did not know that. Anyway, it was really cool, and how they do all those robotics and everything. Is that the right word, robotics?
Mechanical.
Stuff. And yeah, I'll be interested to see if the kids one day take that up. Actually, Orla, you don't know this. She's doing a holiday program. Is he still... He's not watching?
I don't know. Anyway.
She's doing a holiday program. I can't remember the name of the place. I'll plug it later. Where they're going to be doing Minecraft for the day. They'll do some coding for the day, and then the next day that she's going, they actually do their own creations.
Yeah, both the kids like Minecraft. They both build stuff in Minecraft.
Yeah. But I'd be interested to see... The reason why I bring this up is because of the robotics and the thinking behind it. Will she do Technic one day? And will she be doing coding? I don't know, but we're kind of just... I'm giving her the opportunity now to kind of work out if that's something she wants to do. I think it is, but I don't know. A live stream building Legos.
A family of makers and designers, not really.
No, I don't make and I don't design. No. I make mistakes. What? There's a Lego Saturn. Is that a V or a 5? Oh.
Saturn 5. But anyway.
Okay, and what is that? Is that a planet?
It's a car back in there. Huge Lego Technics car. I don't remember the car. I've got some robotic stuff. Some of the early Technic stuff. Minecraft stream one day.
No.
Yeah, no thanks. No.
No, well, you know what? You can. I'm not going to tell you not to do something, but no, I won't be part of that. I don't understand Minecraft. I don't get it. The kids kind of just get the iPads and they just do things and blow up things and eat animals. I've got no idea. But I like how it does make them creative. So I do like, kind of. Anyway, do you know what? It's a really good game for my kids. And I'll just leave it at that.
What's the time, love?
I don't know.
9 o'clock. Okay,
9 o'clock.
We need to wind up.
Got 1 minute to go. So if there are any final questions, otherwise we need to wrap it up. So I can't help with all your Lego down memory lane. Was I even born? when all these things were out?
I don't know.
Oh. Ah. Paul, that's really hilarious.
What's Sion's middle name?
No. Really?
It's James asking because Julian asked earlier because about my AMA, asked me anything, so he asked me what's my middle name.
Oh, do you want to know my middle name or is it still about him?
Mine.
Oh, that's the kid. No? That's fine. 1986, I was alive. I was very alive. What's Yaz short for? Oh, I hate my name so much.
So say it.
I hate it.
Say it.
What? He's 40 now, but still a kid. Yeah, see, I'm still a kid, kind of. Yazoo. No.
Yazoo.
No. I'll keep you guessing. I'll answer it next time, because we need to wrap it up. What else? We need your SSN.
The problem is, Peter, is that Orly likes building stuff and Flynn likes going to her world and destroying it. So then she doesn't let him in
Oh my God, the
her
world.
and then they have a complete fight and meltdown.
Oh, well, he's not letting me in her world.
Yasmina? No.
No.
Hey, K-Man Ost.
No, it's not. But look.
Yazaruni.
I'm sometimes Yazaruni. I've done that before. But no.
So say it.
I really... Okay, the only person that calls me this is my mother. And even when she does it, I kind of... So my real name is Yasmin, which is Persian or Arabic for Jasmine. I hate Jasmine. People in Australia tend to read my name and say Yasmin, and it's not Yasmin. And so it's annoying. So I just go by Yaz.
You didn't need the
but
whole...
No, I did. No, sorry. My question, my answer.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
So, thank you. It is an interesting name. It's a really silly name for this culture, society that we live in. So I just go by Yaz. Thought that would be easier, but now I get yours. So you don't say an umbrella, you say an umbrella. Thought I spelt it right. What are you going to do? Can't control everyone. Oh, Jasmine. See, I like Jasmine, but I'm not Jasmine. If I was Jasmine, I'd like it, but I don't. I'm not. Yep. Hate my name too. Why? I've heard the religious joke a million times. What is the Sorry. What's the religious joke?
Christian.
Yeah, but what's the funny thing about it? That's... Oh, what's your wife's name that people mispronounce? You're gonna write it and I'll mispronounce it. Good one. Oh, thank you. Look, my parents thought it was a beautiful name too.
Danica.
Oh, Danica. Danica? Did I get the accent? Where are you from? Where's he from?
I don't know where Peter's from.
Oh, where are you from, Peter? I have more trouble with your surname for... So it's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Danica.
Oh, no, it was me. I believe.
Yeah, Danica was your second.
My other...
My other name is Hugo.
Smedlap. Yeah, no, it's shit weather here. No, I didn't get it. Did I get it?
No, I didn't get it either.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
Come on,
No,
wrap it up.
look, you know what? I know. You've had this now for a while.
Okay, go
It's
on.
my turn.
Go.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes. What else can I talk about myself for? My name? What else? What was another question? I've forgotten already. Oh, the Christian joke. What's the Christian joke? That's what I'm waiting on. See, my Ask Yaz Anything. Nice. I need to copyright that.
Could you talk about MOSFETs?
Not today.
What's
sorry.
a MOSFET, Yaz?
Yeah.
What does MOSFET stand for?
Mother of son Flynn eating tea.
Play some trance. I'll play some trance.
Yeah, he did yesterday, and there's infected mushrooms in Melbourne, so he might go next month. I did say something about advocacy. Oh, thank you for listening. Yeah, I just do some. What do I do for a living? Pack TinyPICOs. What were you ever... Okay, no. I need to go back. I'm getting all distracted. Advocacy. I do advocacy for autism and ADHD and other neurodiverse conditions. I like to educate people. about them, and try and create a more inclusive world for my kids, because life is hard enough and they're going to have enough challenges that they don't need to have people not understanding them. So I'm trying to do all of that for my kids.
You see, I'm a good boss. What makes you think I'm the boss?
No, wait. How do you go up?
Why?
Because I just wanted to read. No, you're too fast. Whoa. Ash said, no, go. That other, that he was diagnosed. Okay, go back down. Diagnosed Aspie at 30, was it?
Yeah.
Wow. Electron Ash, if you typed before that you liked doing the Lego following.
No, that was.
No, that was. There's a lot of Aspies in this electronic computers coding realm. Minecraft was developed by Aspies, which is why a lot of Aspies like to play it.
I told you that.
It's true.
Not an Aspie, but anyway, don't worry about it.
How do you know?
Because he's not.
Well, he might not know.
Oh, anyway. Okay.
And no, honestly, a lot of the coders there, I'm not saying it was thought up,
Okay.
but
I don't know
anyway.
where you heard that from, but that's actually incorrect.
It's so true.
Okay.
Google it, guys. Please back me up here.
Do you have
an autistic child? I have 2 children with autism and ADHD and anxiety. Well, anxiety, obviously, because it comes with both. And Orly, I think Sion's talked about it before. Orly was diagnosed in 2017 when she was nearly 9, and Flynn was just diagnosed at the end of last year at 7. I hate the term high functioning, so I'm not going to say it, but they're at the Aspie end of the spectrum, if you want to say it. I don't like spectrum, I like gradient. But so my kids were the ones that, under the radar, they developed according to the rules or whatever. It's just the social stuff that started to become apparent with Orly. And I'm wrapping it up. It's my time. I'm wrapping up. And so she was diagnosed 2017. Flynn, the end of last year, only because I noticed that his presentation is a very female presentation. He's extremely social, which is why he was being overlooked. That I'm happy to talk about this any other time, but we need to wrap things up. Notch, wasn't it, the founder of Mince Raft?
Minecraft? Yes, it was Notch. Yes.
Okay. Oh my God, it is like the Oscars speech, and there's music.
There's no music.
What was your first live band?
I got asked this last week.
Oh my gosh, I actually think it was Matchbox 20. Oh, no. I went to concerts very late, so...
Okay.
You're welcome. No, you're welcome. I'm happy to talk. Anyway, you can like my page at Literally Awesome, which is AUSOME on Facebook. Thanks. Saw them twice, Matchbox 20. Yeah, happy to chat anytime with you guys about anything. I've got to take the kids to school.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Yes,
Thanks,
I
Rob.
really... And he's hot. Rob Thomas is really hot too. I don't want my ass on screen, so I'm just going to go that way. So can you move? Tap. Thank you.
Nice one. Bye-bye. Wow. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Azzy. So are you really changing your name, Azzy? That's crazy. Okay, I won't call you Chris anymore. From now on, it's Azzy. Thanks for posting the page. Yeah, it's she writes some very funny stuff on this page. Oh, I might not be signed into Facebook. I bet you I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. But anyway, you can still see the page. She definitely writes some funny things on here. It's not PG at all. No, I don't want to. Stop pestering me. There's a lot of humour. I don't know. Anyway, folks, thank you very much. It's been a... I can't top that. I can't top Yaz. I'm not even going to try. That's okay. Thanks all for sticking around and asking questions. Julian, I can't believe you still play with Lego. I would if I had time. I play with the kids sometimes with their Lego, but yes, I should play some more. Anyway, thank you all for joining. It's been a great stream. I have to find that close button again. There it is. I'll look out for my P&P video end of the week sometime, and I'll catch you all next week on the stream. Have a wonderful weekend, but it's only Wednesday. Whatever. Have a wonderful week. Told you I've lost all track of time. Anyway, catch you later. Take care. Bye. There it is.